Ta-da! I'm back! It's Edward with More Geek Than Gay. Let's get this started.
There's no need to fear. Underdog is here.
Walking, tiny white stuff.
Hey, this is Edward here with More Geek Than Gay. I know, it's been a while. We have taken an inadvertent hiatus, and I really wish we knew we were going to take this hiatus and we would have announced it. But we didn't know and we didn't announce, and so there you go. And as a side effect, all 3 podcasts actually went on this same hiatus. So, what you gonna do? A lot of things came up, a lot of things needed to be taken care of, so that's just how it is. The podcast itself is being restructured again. It's gotten way too far away from what I want it to be, and I'm not happy. I wasn't happy with that. Okay, well, that was an unfortunate little interruption there. But, so, okay, what's been going on? And what changes are going to be made? That's probably what you're asking yourself, and that's what I'm going to tell you right now. Officially finished with school. You know, before I talked about how I did the graduation walk, and that was great. I officially finished school. I have my diploma and everything. Yay! Yay! I might actually even bust out the official graduation walk DVD now, because I've been holding on to that until I finish. So, because even though I did the walk, it just didn't feel official to me, because, well, you know, it wasn't. That was just a formality type thing. So now I have a bachelor's in communications, and I still hate people. The irony. So I also have just started graduate school because I don't like having free time. Yeah, that's really what that comes down to. I appear to have an absolute loathing for having time to actually do anything. So I'm going on and getting a master's in business administration, because people say it that way. I'm getting an MBA with a focus on computer security from actually a little school, local. I checked them; they're accredited. They've been around for a while. So hey, I'm fine with them being a little school. I'm not saying that I won't eventually someday go back and do something else, but this will be an incredibly functional degree, and functional's good. So there's that. Joseph is no longer officially working for the magazine. Time has been with, helping with Jeannie, helping with Joshua Tree big time, helping with the Dart League. There's just so many hours in the day, and one thing had to give. The magazine was what had to give. So he still will be helping them out on things here and there. We're still going to be pimping them here and there. But he does not officially work for the magazine anymore. he is officially selling candles, so if you need some candles, from some party light candles, you know, look me up. I'll hook you up with his website, and you can order candles. Have yourself a candle party and everything, even online. He can do it for you online. That's my 2-bit plug for that. Went up for a job at work and was turned down for that job. And the interviewing manager actually even scheduled an appointment with me to tell me why I didn't get the job, and then proceeded to tell me things that did not happen during our interview. That means that, and everybody, he doesn't know that I did the callback interview from work, so people actually got to hear what was going on, and other people know what he was saying. So we all basically know that he had no desire to hire me anyway. I don't know why he even agreed to do the follow-up interview. And there was no reason for him to lie about why he's not hiring me for the other position. He could have just said, we got other people in line who have more experience or something. Because that's what he really wants. He wants that perfect employee who has all my customer experience, or customer service experience, but also knows every job at the company. And good luck for him. You know, good luck to him on finding that. So I'm still hanging out at work, but things may be changing there. Things may be changing. I do kind of realize the dead end that I am at this moment. So then, about a month ago, I was robbed, leaving work, and I wasn't really too seriously injured. I had my work lanyard still on, and so I guess they grabbed me by the lanyard. It happened so quickly, I didn't even see anyone because they came up from behind me. So I just know I got pushed up against a car, and suddenly the money that was in my pocket was gone. Because stupid me, I put money in my pocket instead of in my wallet for once, which is something I never do. So they got rent money. That was fun. But we're doing okay on that because we're caught up on rent. And actually the roommate, who dare not mention his name, has been absolutely fantastic on that. He really helped us out, and because I was just all prepared to say, hey, we're going to have to be late with the rent, and then we're going to be tight with everything, bills for everything. But he just, he does have extra money, and so he just put it out there. So thank you, roommate who dare not mention his name. Other than that, that's pretty much it. As you can, if you're watching the podcast as compared to just listening to the podcast, I got myself a mohawk, and that's nothing that work really wants. But at the same time, I am following the dress code to the T, so they can't really say too much. They're going to. I know that they will come Monday, but they basically just have to count on me cooperating, and I will. I'm not going to be an asshole, but until then, I'm going to push it while I can. Yeah. So I'm at a red light. I was going to run that one, but I'm not going to run that one because I had no idea what this truck was going to do. But so that's pretty much catching you up on everything that's been going on. Just been a lot of getting things ready and getting things finished and stuff like that, and that's what's taking up all our time. And then, like I said, we're redoing the podcast. I'm going to get this thing back on track. And interestingly enough, part of getting it back on track is going to be doing something different. My goal is for this to become a daily podcast. It may take a little while for that to get in while I restructure my life and get everything all set up for when to do that. But that is the goal. This is going to become a daily podcast. It's going to become a shorter podcast, which I am really happy about. And because that was one of the things that was bothering me to a degree. Although on the audio part I didn't care. And the video part, well... But there were times when even the audio was getting just to be too flippin' long. And it's like, no. This needs to be fixed. So, daily podcasting. Yeah, let's see how that goes. I'm actually looking forward to it. But I am now here at work. I have to pretend I actually do something here. So, that is it until I'm done with work. I will be right back, as far as you're concerned. Hey, I told you I'd be back. I just didn't say how quickly. But it's me again, and work went like work, so... But when I get out, it's dark, and I can't really do this in darkness. There's no light, and so the audio people would like be able to go, oh, I get it, but you video people would be like going, what? What's he doing? I can't see. Was that a... I don't... Oh, no, he just... nothing. Street light. So, and then I had to go pick up Joseph from darts, and we didn't get home until late enough that I had to do a little bit of work, and it just wasn't happening for me to finish. So... Like I said, this is going to become a daily podcast, but it is a work in progress for it to be a daily podcast. So, but I'm looking forward to the daily podcast thing. Okay, we're gonna work on getting that structured so that can happen, so that we talk about things in a more timely manner and we get more of a personal to and fro going on, because that really will come closer to touching what I want this to be. You may hear cats fighting in the distance. Excuse me, morning sneezy. Morning sneezy, big nose centered around morning sneezy. So, can't talk about Doctor Who. Joseph hasn't watched it yet. Even though I've discussed it a little bit on TV, online. But I don't want to get into spoilerific things, even though... most people, I think, have watched it already. If you haven't, then stay off the interwebs, because the interwebs is talking all about it. 4th episode in, so everyone's talking about it. Hold on, I gotta find out why the cats are fighting. And I'm back. One of the cats decided that he wanted to be a big bully, so he's having a timeout. You may get to hear him cry a little bit, because that's what we do. We give him time out. Don't really want to talk about my writing right now, because I don't even know what I'm doing with my writing right now, so that's right out. And Project Runway, and Face Off, Face Off. And so basically you gotta catch up with things and get back on track before I can figure out exactly what we're talking about. But you've heard me talk about Patrick of Screamqueenz before. He has a podcast. It's a horror podcast, but even if you don't like horror, incredibly enjoyable podcast. I still recommend that you go check him out. And he gave a homework assignment. That I got to call into his show and let him know I did my homework assignment, so okay. But I will also share with you guys. He told us 2 movies that he wanted us to see, one or the other of, and give our opinions. And he wasn't going to tell us his opinion until we gave ours. One was 100 Bloody Acres, and I haven't seen that one. I did find that someone has it uploaded to YouTube, but it's uploaded in such a way that certain videos on YouTube I can't watch at work because of the firewall. Yeah, so it's weird. If it links through a weird system or whatever, I can't see it. But the other one was called Odd Thomas, And that one, I was able to see through a very shady website. So, go figure. I can't see YouTube because of the firewall, but I can see incredibly shady websites, no problem. So, I watched Odd Thomas. Odd Thomas, just for a little bit of background here, I'm going to give you just the Wikipedia definition of what's going on with it. Odd Thomas is a 2013 American mystery thriller film based on Dean Koontz's novel of the same name. It is directed, written, and co-produced by Stephen Sommers. I don't know who that is. And stars Anton Yelchin as Odd Thomas. I don't know who that is. Willem Dafoe as Wyatt Porter. Hey, Green Goblin. And Addison Timlin as Stormy Llewellyn. I don't know who she is, but I think she really, really wants to be Zooey Deschanel. That's what I'm thinking. The tagline on the movie posters is, "I might see dead people, but then by God I do something about it." Which, I'm sorry, it's a stupid-ass tagline. It's a stupid, stupid tagline. It's taken apparently from a quote, because he says this in the movie, so I'm assuming that he says it in the book. It's still a stupid-ass tagline. They could have done better. But I guess it kind of gives you an idea of what's going on, because he sees dead people. And, like, it starts out with him seeing a dead person, and then him, like, chasing down her killer. Okay. And getting incredibly minor legal repercussions from it, because he's buddies with the police chief, who happens to be Willem Dafoe. And yes, his name is Odd Thomas. First name Odd, second name Thomas. Borderline explanation given for that. But then he sees these things called yobos? No, what were they called? Bartokes? What are the... Bodaks. Bodaks. Bodaks are bad. Bodaks come in, and Bodaks don't necessarily do anything directly bad, but they enjoy hanging around destruction and misery and cause and just, if you see a Bodak, you know something bad's going down. Ta-da! That's the whole thing with Bodaks. So he sees some Bodaks, and he starts to figure out what's going on with the Bodaks, because there's a whole buttload of Bodaks going on. And the rest of the movie is basically him trying to figure out what to do about the Bodaks. So the dead people, there's more dead people, but really it's Bodaks. Bodaks aren't dead people. Bodaks are Bodaks. He also has this thing called psychic magnetism, which basically enables him to think of who he wants to go find, and he just goes wandering around, and he's going to bump into them, most likely. Okay. Actually, I kind of like the psychic magnetism. My general thoughts on this movie is, it's like the movie The Frighteners, done by someone who wanted to make the movie John Dies at the End. Okay, it tries to be hip and pithy. The plot line, it's very similar to Frighteners in a way. I don't see anyone who could watch it and not see a similarity to Frighteners. Tone-wise and quirkiness-wise, it's very much like John Dies at the End, which if you haven't seen it, read the book. The movie's not bad, but the movie is just there. The book, there's so much that you knew when you heard, if you read the book and you heard it was going to be a movie, you knew that they couldn't do this as a movie, and they didn't because they couldn't. So read the book. Okay, the book just is a great book. The other thing about it is it feels like it was meant to be like a TV pilot. It doesn't feel like a big theater movie. It feels like, oh, this is going to be a weekly series. It ends in a way that feels like it's supposed to be a weekly series. The new show on Sci-Fi Channel or TNT or something. Is it bad? No. As a TV movie, it's not bad at all. As a big blockbuster, as a big release movie, budget of $27 million, it made $64 million, so it made a profit for a movie that I don't even remember ever hearing anything about. That's amazing. But for what it is supposed to be, it really, I think, misses its mark, because it's not quirky enough to be John dies at the end. It's not scary enough to be The Frighteners, or big enough. It's not big enough even to be a big movie. It feels like a TV pilot. And what you're hearing right there, that's Rodney, because Rodney is wondering why I'm not talking directly to him. Yeah, he didn't watch the movie. He doesn't have an opinion. He's just wondering why I'm not talking to him. Yeah. So, if you get a chance to watch it, and you can see it, like if you're already subscribing to Netflix and it's available, watch it. It's enjoyable enough for that. I wouldn't pay money to see it, because it feels like I wasn't supposed to pay to see it. It feels like it was supposed to come free with my cable subscription. Okay, it's supposed to be a basic cable TV show, and I'm not supposed to be paying for that other than my cable subscription. So, that's my main thought on that. I'm going to try to see the 100 Bloody Acres also, but I don't know. Well, that just actually depends on when I get time, because with school, work, writing, personal life, who's got time? So, that's that right now. I'm going to actually try to cut this off right now, because this is a little longer than what I was thinking we were going to go. But then again, this is also the first time I've chatted with you guys for, wow, close to a month. About a month, yeah. So, it makes sense that I got to catch up with you guys. You guys got to catch up with me. And I'm hoping that we get a bigger back and forth. I am going to leave one last little story here, because a really cute thing happened last night. Oh, bird just went flying. Okay. Well, that's different. And, oh, hold on. I'm going to go get the bird, and then we'll tell you about the cute little story last night. And here's Rodney. Just got him back. You may hear him perkin'. I think he just saw himself on the screen. Yes, I'm wondering what's going on. Yes. But, last night, as you guys know, we watched RuPaul's Drag Race because it's one of the best reality show competition shows on TV. Forget whatever you think about drag queens or not. It's still, I don't care if you like drag queens or not. It's a great competition. And RuPaul has her pit crew, which are basically male versions of Vanna White with much less clothing. So, she's gotten a new pit crew member. They originally had two, Jason and Sean, and they've added two others. Some guy I don't know the name of. And then this other one, Miles Davis Moody. And yes, his name is Miles Davis. So, he's appeared on RuPaul's before this. And trust me, I'm getting up to something current. Because there's no RuPaul's going on right now. We're waiting for the new season. So you're probably wondering, why the hell is he talking about RuPaul's pit crew right now? I'm getting there. He appeared previously on the show. He appeared last season as officially one of the pit crew. Yes, he did, Rodney. And he also appeared in Willem, who Willem was one of the contestants on RuPaul's Drag Race, and Willem made a video called That Boy Is a Bottom. It's a parody of That Girl Is on Fire. And he is in that video as the guy who's kind of being outed as a bottom. Well, a friend of mine on Facebook just saw that video for the first time yesterday, and he was being so amused he decided to post it. And I replied that hey, you know, that guy who's being outed as a bottom, that's Miles Davis Moody, who also is a very entertaining interview. And when I did the Miles Davis Moody thing, I tagged him because he was an entertaining enough interview that I heard that I thought, oh, really, go check out his Facebook page, see what he's doing. You know, I like to link people so that you can go see what they're doing. He caught the fact that he was tagged, and he liked my comment. To which I responded really quickly that, oh, hey, look at this. He's not only a really good interview, but he's also really quick at responding to when he's been tagged on Facebook. To which he responded again, this time with a reply, basically explaining that he saw that he'd been tagged and that he enjoyed working on the video and basically stuff like that. And out of habit, I had tagged him the second time when I did that. Because, you know, again, that's what I do, actually, is I usually try to tag people so that you can go check them out. So now I've tagged him twice. He's responded as somewhat twice, and after the second time, I responded with that, you know, maybe he's like Beetlejuice, and if I say his name 3 times, he might appear and give me 3 wishes. Or some cake, because I was hungry, and I'm a fat boy, and I could really go for some cake. And to which he immediately responded with, bam, and a picture of himself holding some cake. And that made my night. That made my night. Oh my God, that made my night. So, thank you, Miles Davis Moody. You have, I'd say you're the Scream Queen of the Week, but that's an entirely different show. So, you're not the Scream Queen of the Week. I don't have a tiara. And plus, you're hanging out with drag queens enough. You got plenty of access to tiaras if you want one. But if we figure out something to call you, you are the first one of them. Ta-da! And that is our episode today. I'm going to try to get one out tomorrow. To be honest, there's a chance that it won't happen tomorrow. It'll happen the day after that, just because I know what my schedule looks like today, and I have not fully plotted out fitting everything in for this to become a daily show, but I'm going to work on getting it out tomorrow anyway. So let's see what happens. Shall we? Let's. So, I thank you very much, and I hope you all have a great day. And thank you for sticking around. Don't forget about Joshua Tree Feeding Program really quick. That's where Joseph is right now. That's how come he's not here. They are a feeding program that help people with HIV and AIDS get food. There's a sister program that helps people with HIV and AIDS feed their pets, so they don't have to choose between feeding themselves and feeding their pets. They're an all-volunteer organization, so any assistance you could give them would be greatly appreciated. And their website is www.jtfp.org. Go and check them out. And so until next time, hopefully tomorrow, but maybe the day after that, gotta be honest here, but hopefully tomorrow. Catch you later. Bye! Yep.